Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name is Andy, Decayed Andy, and there is no Mikey tonight. He is off trying to get buses and trains, making all the excuses he possibly can to not do the recording. What a vagina. Instead, we have Mr. Jason coming back instead. Hello, Jason.
I'm sorry, I don't appear on shows that say vagina. The correct term is pussy, Andy.
Oh my god! I was gonna go really crude and say vagagnag, but I thought I wanted to tame it down for the kids.
Is that crude or just disturbing?
Well, vagagnag, it's not words, so it's up to you.
That's true.
How do you want to interpret vagagnag?
I don't think I want to have anything. Well, I mean, no. I think I'll stay away from the vagagnag.
There you go. Yeah, how does it feel on the tongue? How does it feel on the American tongue? The vagagnag.
I would imagine it feels quite spicy.
Oh, all right, okay. Yeah. I like that. Okay.
Yes.
You doing good though, Jason? It's been a while since you've been on the Moon Poop 2.
It has been. No, I'm doing well. Nothing really to report. I'm alive, which nowadays is an accomplishment. Most days, it seems.
Yeah. That's a plus. How's streaming going?
Well, you see, I hit my all-time high of 0 viewers because I haven't.
Oh my god!
Have I streamed even once since the last time I was on here? I don't think so. I really don't think so.
I don't think so. No. When was the last time you streamed?
Last time I played with you. So what? Streets of Rage in like November or something like that.
Oh fuck! Was that? Oh my god! Was it Streets of Rage that we played? You're probably right, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that was after Valheim, right? Or maybe it was Valheim. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, it's been long time. Damn, Mr. Jason, what's your excuse? Explain to all your fans. Where have you been from the internet?
I'm very tired.
Okay.
Valid excuse in my book.
Well, that's fair. You didn't break your foot though, so that's a plus. Unlike, of course, Daddy, who frequents my my streams, he broke his foot by standing up somehow. I still don't quite know how that happened. Did you hear about that?
I mean, I was aware of the injury. I didn't break anything, but I like really severely strained my ankle. I was playing basketball in like high school, and all I did was go up, shoot, and just came down flat on my foot. And excruciating pain. I didn't twist it. I wasn't moving. I was literally standing, just shooting a jump shot, landed on my foot, and just searing pain through my leg.
Well, you know what the moral of the story there is, Jason, right?
Don't ever be active. Don't do sports.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do anything.
Yeah,
don't do anything.
100% correct.
What could go wrong? Everything's fine.
Everything could go wrong is what the answer is.
Oh, but if you're not doing anything, then nothing can go wrong. ... Question mark.
Accurate,
100%. We're here to talk about Transformers today. There's not a lot, but there is a few little bits here and there. We're going to do the usual, I'm going to take a story, then I'm going to pass it to Jason to do another story, because that's how we do. I'm not going to read it all, because that's, I'm not down for that. And we're going to get Jason to talk as well, so that's how this is going to go. We're going to kick off with New Age toys, do more legend scale woo-woo. Not as exciting this time again, because they're just showing some images of the H13B Michael, or Michelle. Michael. I don't know why he's called Michael, but Michael is the shattered glass version of Starscream. Yay! Which was H13 Lucifer. But obviously he's now red and white. Woo! Also includes several accessories like hands for handing things, blasts for blasting things, Megatron gun for shooting dudes, which I'm not sure really makes sense for shattered glass, but it's a leftover Starscream accessory, so why not? 2 swords, which is a bit more Starscreamy, shattered glass Starscreamy, and a display base, because that's the thing, and an extra face as well. And it says an extra face for both Leviathan, which is Thundercracker, and Samael, which is Skywarp. I don't really know what makes it Skywarpy or Thundercrackery, because it's more of a just smug face, but the idea behind it is for the Shattered Glass Starscream, his little, let's call it helmet hat thing is white. The helmet hat thing here is black, so I guess this head could be used on virtually any other Seeker, I would imagine. Jason, what do you think of the basic look of the mold? I mean, for me, it's just, hey, it's Starscream, but white and red. For you, this is a whole new experience.
I mean, I've definitely seen Shattered Glass. I mean, heck, they have a mainline Shattered Glass Starscream at the moment.
Well, I mean specifically this mold.
Well, yeah.
You probably haven't talked about this, but yeah, Shattered Glass, yeah.
Yeah. New Age was starting to do the, well, no, I guess they had a few figures out when I kind of just stopped buying stuff and things like that, but I've always heard good things about their quality, so they seem to be, they look good. They definitely look good. New Age, I think, has done a really good job, along with Iron Factory, of kind of cornering the market on those Legends class figures and their size and everything. I would assume he's called Michael because Michael would be the opposite of Lucifer as far as angels go. So when you have the opposite of although it's interesting, they called him Lucifer in his original version. So I guess that goes to show what they think about Starscream.
I guess it kind of makes sense. Lucifer, the betraying angel, kind of kicked out of heaven.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he flies, so you get there.
Does that mean Megatron is God?
I mean, see, I don't even. Yeah,
in his mind, I suppose.
Yeah. Optimus Prime, of course, being I don't know, no one. Optimus Prime is just non-existent.
Another god? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the naming conventions of third-party toys is like a university dissertation in itself, I feel.
Oh, I mean, you could write a whole, your college thesis could probably be on it, to be honest with you, 100%.
Yeah, be interesting.
Yeah, but
I think we should get Mikey to do it. He writes papers and whatnot, so
that's true. We should put him to work because he's not here today.
Yeah, always.
Yeah,
always.
And then I come on and talk about things like how Shin Godzilla's an amazing movie, and then he gets mad, and everything's happy.
See, I'm not down with it being an amazing movie.
Well, your opinion's terrible too. But so, anyways,
I hate it, but man, whew.
Yeah, it's it's a Legends class. It's for what we're getting with Legends class toys right now and the engineering and stuff. It's really good. Obviously nothing. We're not getting anything like that out of the mainline stuff. Is I guess what their core class figures now. They look good.
Yeah. Those are the new ones.
Yeah, but they're always, the transformations are always so simple and everything. So, but no, he looks fine.
Like $12 now or something like that.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't looked at the price. Probably.
Yeah. Remember, Jason, back in the Classics era, how much was the deluxe back then?
Oh God,
it was about $12.
Well,
or 10. It might have been $10 at that point.
Yeah, because I think when I first started buying, because I started getting back into collecting around Combiner Wars, I think I was getting deluxes for $10 then too.
I think Combiner Wars, I think, at least for us in the UK, was more like 14 to 15, maybe £16.
Okay.
So it must have been sort of equal to America at that point. So you probably would have been paying something around that. Yeah,
I think maybe what it was, if you found them on like, because they actually went on sale fairly regularly, like when I go to Walmart.
That's true.
And stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I can think of a few figures around that time I got for like $10. But yeah, and then for Voyager class was like $20 until that started. Those increased real fast. Then it went to 25, then it went to 30, and those jumped pretty fast. But yeah, so for what I think you're getting more for the money with the third party stuff for sure.
It seems like it, yeah. Seems like it. But you do look good. So if you're in the market for a Shattered Glass Starscream in a Legend scale, I kind of hope New Age starts doing something that isn't just recolors at some point soon, because it feels like whenever we talk about New Age toys on the podcast at the moment, it's just repaint. It'd be nice to see some new stuff coming out from them. Like I say, it feels like it's been a while. But hey, if you want yet another Seeker,
yeah, I mean, I think it's it's return on investment. You get more than one use out of the mold and stuff like that, which these molds are got like what, tens of thousands of dollars sometimes just to get them done the first time.
Yeah,
so.
Don't get me wrong. I understand. It's just the
Yeah.
problem with the Seeker complex, which is just keep on making just Seeker after Seeker after Seeker.
Seekers definitely have their own issues when it comes to how freaking many there are and they have to put out each time, because you have your main 3, then you got to do the 3 that, because you do the main 3 and then for some reason everyone wants acid storm, and they want Sandstorm's the other one, and
no, Sunstorm.
Thank you. So, and then I know there's a third one in there too, that because they
like Red Wing, I think,
something like that. But like they appeared in one episode in Gen 1, and everyone's like, oh, we got to have those 3 too. And then you've got
is that something that people want, or is that just something a very small minority of people want? I can't imagine a large majority of people are after it. Surely.
A large majority, I would doubt it, but obviously enough to make it worth their while to do it.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's more there'll be a loud amount of people who really want it, and then there'll be people who just will get it when they see it. Well, it's new. I don't have it. I may as well get it. I think it might be a little bit of that as well.
Yeah, I think so too.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Hard to say. Do you want to take us on to the next story then, Jason? It's a little bit more meaty to it.
Oh, sure. So moving on from Legends-sized figures from New Age, we're moving on to something completely different. Legend-sized figures from McFan Toys. Oh, wait, never mind. That's completely the same thing. My bad.
What?
So this is a redeco of their Legend Scale Hot Rod. This would be, again, the Shattered Glass version. So we've got our purple and black Rodimus, which has always been a fun redeco. Although I do think I like the more purplish and like, trying to think what other colors, but when in More Than Meets the Eye, or it was either More Than Meets the Eye or Lost Light when Rodimus did his recolor and he had like purple in him.
There's quite a lot of teal I think, as well, right?
Yeah, I thought there was 1 or 2 third-party figures of that made that I almost pulled the trigger on, but I didn't.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
what stopped you? Money?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I think they were always like TFcon exclusives or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I think I know the ones you're talking about. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so basically there are actually 2 of them. They have MS-21A Fireflow. It's as it says here, a more magenta redeco inspired by Hot Rod colors in the animated movie. And we have MS-21B, which is an evil black and purple Hot Rod. I don't know why we're specifying evil black and purple when I'm pretty sure it's just Shattered Glass, but sure. And each figure comes with 2 blasters. And of course, Andy, what is the most important accessory that Rodimus always has to come with?
Sunglasses.
Fishing rods.
Oh my god. I was going to say disdain for authority and road work signs.
Okay, I mean, the figure could come with that. I'm not denying it does, but...
I think you could deny it doesn't come with that. I think the weird thing is the Shattered Glass version comes with a fishing rod as well.
Right. Like, I'm wondering what Shattered Glass... I guess even evil versions of characters need their respite in rest, right?
No, he's not doing normal fishing. He's doing evil fishing.
Oh, so like when you take what do you do? Like throw live fish in the ground and like just toss the thing at it and hope one of them gets hooked and then... No.
It's just you sit and, you just fish, but you're evil, so it's evil fishing.
Oh.
It's a highbrow concept.
I'm having a hard time.
It works on a more metaphysical level than it does on like the lateral plane of existence, if you know what I'm saying. It's more of the thinking man's idea of fishing.
I've never seen this deep side of you before.
What does it mean to fish? What does it really mean to fish?
I mean, when they first started doing it, pretty sure it meant, hey, we get to eat tonight. I found fish.
Is that what it really was? Or was it man's desire to conquer a land that they can never live in?
I think they were hungry.
Wasn't that the real dream, Jason? To conquer the waters. They can't live in the water, so man wanted to capture the living essence of the water and devour it.
As a fat person who hasn't eaten for 3 hours, I can tell you it's probably hunger.
All right, fine. It's your fucking hunger. You can fuck off without your woo-woo philosophical discussions.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not very deep.
No.
Like,
No.
It's fish. They want to eat.
Fish.
I mean, I don't know what Hot Rod specifically does with fish because they don't. Wait. Ooh, has Shattered Glass Hot Rod found a liking for flesh?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Oh, then it would be the G.I. Joe versus Transformer comics where Megatron eats humans in a sandwich, which is weird.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. I don't know. I couldn't get past the art style in those books. Although I will never forget Brian Kilby's description of that comic. Transformers and G.I. Joe exist in a world where cocaine was never taken out of Coca-Cola. 100% true.
I mean, yeah, it's fair. That's a fair description. I'm behind that.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not behind the concept of keeping cocaine in Coca-Cola, but it would explain a lot.
I mean, you could use a good pick-me-up every once in a while, right?
I mean, I guess. I think a little bit of cocaine would have a little bit of a detriment to your health at the end of the day. Though.
Yeah, maybe. So, metaphorical discussion about fishing and, the taste of human flesh, fish flesh aside.
And cocaine.
And cocaine. What do you think about another Legends class redeco of their Hot Rod figure?
I can't remember talking with Mikey about the original version. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. Maybe it was one of those stories that slid on by. So I'll talk about it like I've never talked about it before. Vehicle mode seems pretty good. My only issue with the vehicle mode is the little flame thing on the hood, the hood of the car. Is that the American term for it? Yeah. It seems a little small. It's a little small because it has to be scaled for the robot size. Apart from that, the car mode seems pretty solid. Robot mode, again, the little insignia on his chest looks better. Generally, he looks okay across the board. Not super dynamic or anything like that, but for a legend scale figure of Hot Rod, solid. He seems to have come with a different head, where he's got his little visor down. Oddly enough, I think the visor down head, for some reason, makes me think of Ironhide's head design, and I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird, right? If you look at the two photos next to each other, like he's got the visor down, and then he doesn't have the visor down. One looks like Hot Rod, one looks like Ironhide, and yet it's the same head design, just with sunglasses on, basically. It's weird.
That is, I 100% see what you're saying, though. That's crazy.
So, I don't know whether that's a trick of the photo or what, but it's odd. The fishing rod, that's pretty neat. I'm down with that. I have issues with the Shattered Glass version on 2 counts. One, he does not have the goatee or mustache.
Yeah.
Which I think, maybe it's because they would have had to, painting on a tiny goatee would be a pain in the ass. But I think it is a key feature of the Shattered Glass version. And I think generally in robot mode and in vehicle mode, we needed more of either the purple introduced, or we needed maybe his hand color, like on his thighs or something, because it's just black. It's primarily black. Like I'd give the figure about 75% coverage of just it being black, solid black.
Oh yeah.
And it's a real shame. I think it could have popped a lot more. I mean, if you look at the Hot Rod and see how they've got the colors broken up across the figure, that's what the Shattered Glass version needed as well. In terms of a design, it seems like paint design-wise and color placement-wise, it seems like an afterthought.
Yeah. More
so than anything else. Other than that, it's the same mold, so you're just struggling. I just think it could have been done a little bit better. I always, as well, I shrug my shoulders when I hear, we've got the Toon accurate version, the magenta version. Because I'm always, I don't know. It's a really basic repaint, and I don't know. Do people primarily want a red Hot Rod? Because I think I'd probably want a magenta Hot Rod, and it always comes out after the fact. If I was going to get one, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, toy-wise, it was much more red, obviously, in G1.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I mean, it was the 80s. You need your magenta in there, for sure.
How would you prefer your Hot Rod? If you were given the choice at the exact same time let's speak theoretics here, because you probably wouldn't do this. But there's a Hot Rod toy that comes out. There's one that's red. There's one that's magenta. You like the mold. You want the mold. Which version of the figure do you get? Do you get magenta? Or do you get red?
I buy both.
Oh my God, Jason! No,
I buy the magenta one to display. I buy the red one to use to wipe my ass.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm taking a stand.
Oh my
no
God!
Red.
I mean, you're gonna cause yourself some anal tearage if you're wiping your ass with a, like, even a legend scale figure. To be fair, with a legend scale figure, it might get lost. You know.
Are you trying? Okay, I'm not going there. Nope.
I'm just saying you might be like the dwarves and you delved too deep into the mines.
And I'll be whistling the whole time. And a great
evil was found. Hot Rod just stumbling around inside Uranus. I have no memory of this place.
Where's the matrix of leadership? I need to become bigger.
Shall I move us on, Mr. Jason?
I very much think you should move us off of our discussion about Hot Rod being stuck up my ass, yes.
Well, okay. Well, your loss, I suppose. Mechanical Studios doing Hearts of Steel. I feel that we've talked about this particular thing 30 years ago. It feels like that. Because I remember this was rumored long time ago. This is the Hearts of Steel Insecticons, in quotations or in brackets, Battle Train. So this was the Hearts of Steel was a very early IDW comic, one of the super early ones in the run. Hearts of Steel done by Guido Guidi, good old comic book artist himself, where they were sent back into ye old steam trainy times, and they had some very old school designs, and obviously the Insecticons being a train, but not a very disguised train, as they combined together to form, like, as the statement was made, a battle train, which I would say would not go amiss in the Wild Wild West movie universe. The Wild Wild West movies, I mean the Will Smith,
yep.
Wiki Wild West, Jim West, he's a desperado. No, you don't know Nato.
Well done.
Thank you. It looks like something from that universe. We only have the one stock image, and I feel this is a stock image we saw the original time we saw this, however many years ago it was, because I'm positive we saw it. No idea about what they look like individually. I see some artwork for the Megatron, which I don't know if we got. I think we got the Seekers, because I remember Mr. Jai had one. I can't remember which one he had, but he had one of them. I think we got a Bumblebee, but that was from a different company. I can't remember. Oh, we got the Prime as well, because that was Mastermind Creations.
Yeah.
Mastermind Creations did the train.
Right.
And I can't remember if we got Megatron. That might have been it. But yeah, Mechanical Studios, who I haven't heard of, but they all kind of mush together. They're doing it. They're doing the Insecticons. Mr. Jason, from this one weird train that you can see here, what do you think? Especially that this is 3 Insecticons in one, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, it meshes together great as a train. Really can't wait to see if they look even half decent when they're not a train.
Would you be convinced if this was a real train if you saw this on the tracks?
Are we living in present day, or are we talking like Mad Max dystopian?
I don't know, man. America's weird. Let's say today.
Oh, today? Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what our trains look like.
Fine.
You didn't know that? Jeez.
Well, I don't like to judge. I mean, our train system's pretty bad, so...
I mean, Japan has all their nice trains that go across the country, and everyone's like, oh, let me watch a Japan train stream. That's just great. No. In America, our trains kill you. They come for you. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or they got hijacked as well, but nowadays, it seems, which is kind of funny. It's like, oh man, Wild West days, it came back. Do you think it's weird that the front of this train has a Unicron mouth?
I just told you. Our trains tried to kill you. How do they do that if they don't have a maw at the front? Keep up.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think generally a train doesn't need a mouth to kill you. They just run you over. That'll do it.
That's a waste.
I mean, that'd do me.
That's a waste.
Maybe I'm a wuss.
You need to open the maw, eat the person as you disintegrate them, running into them at hundreds of miles an hour, and then you get sustenance.
Okay.
It's the circle of train life.
I'm not sure that is the best way to feed. Like, if I got, like, a person, right, and I smushed them into a little paste and then just kind of threw that paste at you and just hoped some of it would go into your mouth, that is not an optimal way to eat. That's a messy eater. You're doing that for show.
Okay, I mean, they do have a little bit of flair with them for sure. I mean, these are killer trains in America. Like I said, they're very, sometimes a normal train goes by, another time you got to stand back a little bit because there's a giant train maw coming for you.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, you're being very judgy of the trains right now, and I'm not sure I like it. Okay.
Well, that people have never told me I'm judgmental before, so that's okay. This can be a first for me as a learning experience.
Okay, as someone who's never told you you're
more
judgmental, I can only imagine what that must be like.
I wish we had more images of these.
Yeah.
I would like to see them in a robot mode so we could judge them a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I think the strangest part of the news is the fact that this seems to be getting revived. It was weird when that Bumblebee was the Legends scale version of it was done for. I can't even remember who the company was, but it was done for them, and it was like, what? This is happening again? Oh, okay, fair enough. And it almost feels like it's the same. Like, what? This is happening? Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, just have to wait and see. It's a coming. Jason, do you want to take us on to Cyberverse?
Yeah. All right. So this story here, via comicbook.com, famed Transformers site, comicbook.com.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Although I won't give comicbook.com too much crap. It's a decent website. Anyways, we have our first images of, and let me take a deep breath here because holy crap. Transformers, Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures, Dinobot Unite Smash, Charger Optimus Prime. Whew.
Say it faster.
Yeah. Good luck getting me to say it more than once. Jesus. So this would be a new 9-inch Optimus Prime figure. It transforms to a robot, or from a truck to a robot in just 3 simple steps. Although you also need 11 steps to bring him back to truck mode.
Is that a joke?
No.
Oh no, it says that in the article.
Yeah.
It's a 3-step change up until you turn it back the other way.
Yeah, so basically what you do is you take the 11 steps to make it a truck, and then you slam it into a wall or something, and it just poof pops out, and you get Optimus Prime.
That's so weird. That's such a strange concept. Like I get the 3-step changer gimmick, because we've had those before, right?
Oh yeah,
we've had those things where you kind of smash them off a thing and they pop up. I mean, we had them with what the battle chargers back in the day. God, who were they called? The Decepticons. One was white, one was black.
Oh yeah,
the same
Jesus.
mold. It's not Battle Trap. They were in the IDW comic early on. They fought each other. Oh, those fuckers, whoever they are. We had them all the way back in the day. I'm not going to look for it. I don't care that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, the concept of you the same amount of steps was usually taken to put it back. Not 3 steps and then 11 steps. Odd. Very strange.
I mean, it's a very nice, compact looking truck.
I guess, yeah. He's dumpy. I don't think he looks like Cyberverse Bumblebee, though. Sorry, yeah. He does not look like Cyberverse Bumblebee. He looks like Bumblebee movie, especially in vehicle mode. Sorry, in robot mode.
Yeah.
He looks like the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime.
So was
right?
Okay. So the movie, the Beast Wars movie was supposed to come out this year. If Prime looks the same in that movie that he did in the Bumblebee movie, was this supposed to be a toy from the Beast Wars movie?
Maybe, but that line's still coming out this year anyway.
True.
So would be weird.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe this toy is from that, but just got produced earlier, and they went, "Oh fuck it, let's jam it in the Cyberverse line since that still exists for some reason, even though we're barely touching it."
I mean, and why does it have to say Dinobots Unite?
I would imagine that's for the Cyberverse movie that came out, because the Dinobots were in that. Yeah. I don't really know what makes this Dinobots Unite in quotations but yeah, he's got no net or claw or dinosaur pattern or camo color to make him dinosaur related. He doesn't even have a paleontology brush to, dig up some dinosaurs.
No. I mean, that's an accessory that comes with Mikey, but
it's true.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is boy, it's almost like they're getting to the point where they're just trolling us with the whole Bumblebee Cyberverse adventures. Bumblebee, we renamed the series 3 times in all 3 seasons it was on, and now when the toy comes out that's completely unrelated to the 2 movies we put out, we got to actually throw them into. Yeah.
When's that out? This figure, I mean.
It's October.
So it's still a while off.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a reason why this couldn't have been in the movie line.
Yeah.
Again, I'd love to know why this is clearly a movie figure and not in the movie line, any of them.
I can't figure it out. I have no clue.
This would make more sense going into the do you know the Buzzworthy line, the Bumblebee line,
Yes.
which has nothing to do with Bumblebee?
Yeah.
It would make more sense for it to go into that, since that line's a fucking mess anyway. Of what is this line?
Yeah.
Put Prime in there, no one cares.
I love that. Yes, enjoy our Buzzworthy Bumblebee cup.
And Fangry, I think, was in there as well, wasn't he? Yeah, he was in the big 4-pack.
Yeah.
Fangry,
Yep.
a weird Black Widow figure.
Like,
I think Bumblebee was in there, and then like a shattered glass or evil version of Optimus Primal.
Yep.
What a strange.
But yeah, no.
I think Buzzworthy's still going on as well.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Here's Cup with the movie accurate chest in Buzzworthy Bumblebee. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Woo.
Yeah. Not like the Studio Series version, which was not the right colored version for whatever reason.
Yeah,
I'd still like to pick up the Frisbee disc Bumblebee. The one from the first episode of G1.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting him at some point.
Oh no.
He looks fun.
Yeah,
he looks fun. He's a bit dumpy.
Him and Wheeljack's designs are pretty cool in that, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And it's something we technically have never had, even though it's a G1 figure.
Right.
It's interesting because it's something that it's unique. Okay, fine. It's a bit dumpy because it's got a lot of backpack. But it's like, there's no way that design was ever meant to work anyway. But
right.
The idea of liking to get it and being able to get it and being like in my eyes affordable to get are 2 different things. So, haha. Do we have anything else to say on this weird Optimus Prime? Apart from it looks like, I'd like to say more on it, but it looks like, one of the really basic kids' toys for a younger demographics. And there's just like, it's young demographic Optimus Prime toy.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. This is. Hey, kids will love this, mate. Well, yeah, kids love. Trust me, I'm fully aware of the fact kids love to bang stuff against walls, especially if it does something when you do that isn't considered breaking. But no,
I was gonna say, do you know what happens when kids bang on the walls? Jason comes through and bangs on them,
and I say, "Oh yeah,
stop damaging the wall, you bitch!"
Oh yeah, you're dead, kid. Rah. Yeah, it's a thing I do. It's a part-time job. It's pays the bills.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah. So on that note, let's transition this talk about a toy that may be dealing with the live action movies to the story about the live action movies. Andy?
Oh my god. Wow, that's a good transition. I like it. Yeah. We got an announcement saying when did it come from? It just said, it's a Paramount special announcement from Rise of the Beasts. It will be the first of a movie trilogy. Yay. It will. You never know. It might be good. I have zero faith in Hollywood. You should have more faith in Hollywood than I do because you like the Marvel movies. So,
and yeah.
So you should technically be a little bit more hopeful than I am, since I haven't seen. There's been one movie I enjoyed recently, and that was the Spider-Man one, and that's been about it. Remember, folks, this is coming out in 2024.
Even though it's done.
I don't think it is done.
I mean, they wrapped they wrapped it. Photography.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's finished because there's still all the CG and stuff to do, like post-production stuff. They just finished the filming.
Sure,
and
but
maybe there are pickups they could do. But I know what you mean. It could have been put out if they wanted to.
I mean, it was supposed to be.
It was definitely supposed to be. Transformers: Rise of the Beast will be released theatrically in 2023. Oh, sorry. It's the CGI animated theatrical will hit in 2024.
Right.
Rise of the Beast will hit 2023.
Yeah.
Helps if you read, Andy. There we go. Good times.
Read.
2023, and this is the first of 3 new installments. A new animated series from Nickelodeon, which we're going to talk about, arrives fall. And in 2024, the franchise expands further with a CGI animated Transformers theatrical film, Paramount Plus. That's a hashtag, by the by. So reading this, does that mean that the CGI animated movie is incorporated into this trilogy or not? I don't think it is. But how do you take that statement that I read out, Mr. Jason?
My assumption is that it's separate because they're not because if they were going to just announce the first 2, they would announce the third movie too, I think. So I think they're literally just saying this will be the first movie of a trilogy. Also, hey, animated movie in 2024. Yeah.
Yay, maybe.
I mean,
maybe.
I'll tell you right now, I'm much more excited for the prospects of an animated movie over the live action one.
Everything will blend together better, that's for sure. I agree with you there.
Right. You
know, because it's all CG then. You don't need to worry about meshing real life and stuff like that and it looking outdated for the most part. Like Toy Story, you could argue, looks dated, but
it does.
Everything in the world meshes. The only thing that doesn't look good are the horrifying, creepy CGI human children.
Yes.
But then again, I'd say that's accurate to real life. So,
I mean, hey, fair enough, right? But, and, you know, if you're like me, you'll hold out on the hope that maybe, just maybe, the animated movie will be somehow based off of More Than Meets the Eye.
I mean, I doubt it. I think that's a lot of hope.
It is.
You never know. You never know.
I think you're much more likely to see those Roche/Milne inspired designs in an animated movie than you are in the live action. So,
yeah, more than likely. Yeah, they wouldn't work in the real world kind of setting.
Right.
Maybe the fact that this is coming out as a 3-part trilogy means that there'll be a coherent and well thought out story, or at least maybe I'll phrase it as a better thought out story than whatever.
And
whatever
you thought I was holding out some major hope? Oh, please.
I know, but I can't If you said you're doing a trilogy, it wasn't said for the previous Transformer movies that they were aiming for like a specific trilogy or they just kept pooping out movies. They went, oh, we got money, we'll do another one. Oh, we get money, I will do another one. And you could tell that there was no coherent story.
Remember when they announced the new Star Wars movie trilogy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and every director will make their own movie. And everyone went, wait, what? That's not how that works. And then they did that, and it's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not.
You're not wrong.
No. Yeah. I mean,
I'd like to think that they would learn the mistakes of Star Wars and avoid doing that, but I don't have the faith that they'll learn from the mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait for the Rian Johnson second movie where Optimus Prime says, fuck the Autobots, and is just an asshole the whole film. It'll be great.
Oh my god. You know what he does? He crushes the matrix of leadership in his hands and he says we don't need this oppressive tool anymore.
Okay, so you joke. That is 100% what a Rian Johnson Transformers movie would be.
I know.
100%. And this is someone who likes Rian Johnson, but I cannot do Last Jedi. That movie is just god-awful.
I like the idea that the idea would be like, all the fans would be like, yeah, but that's a repository of knowledge of all the previous leaders of the Autobots. It's not just like a crown. It's something pretty important. No? Okay, never mind.
Yep. And then Cup walks in, and a dead Cup comes in and goes, bunch of books in this.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So a trilogy, Transformer films. At least we've got some content for the podcast for the next few years, I suppose.
Oh, please. Oh, you guys are going to have to see it, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. I'll briefly do this one as well, because it won't... Actually, no, you can do this one, and I can talk about Earthspark. What's the next bit of news, Jason?
Oh, you can't say my name.
I can say words.
You invite me on, you don't say my name right. Oh, my God. I'm going to cry.
Yosin.
All right, so Transformers Prime. It's a a very well-regarded Transformers series, I'd say. A couple episodes from season 2 have made their way onto streaming via the Transformers YouTube channel. So it looks like we have the first 2 episodes of season 2, which is, of course, Orion Pax Part 1 and Orion Pax Part 2. And now even Part 3, Orion Pax Part 3 is now available to watch on the Transformers YouTube channel, which I do believe these, I'm pretty sure it was taken off of net. Up until like just a couple months ago, in the US at least, you could still watch these on Netflix. I think they're gone now, though.
More than likely.
Yeah.
I suppose it's good, though, because if it's going to YouTube, it means you don't need to pay subscription at all. I don't think, right?
Nope. You would just need to, unless you get YouTube Premium, you would just have to deal with ads before and during the episodes. But no different than it was watching them on the hub.
Yeah, pretty much.
For the 3 people who watched them on the hub.
You mean originally?
Because no one watched the hub.
Nicole did, and I watched through a webcam that she pointed at a TV. That's how I watched Prime when it originally aired.
Okay, well then we're still only one person with Nicole then, so there's still 2 others out there. Because you don't count if it's still a webcam.
The hub was an interesting idea that was poorly thought out.
I'd say that's a pretty good way to describe it, yeah.
Yeah. Oddly enough, if instead Hasbro had set up a streaming service, they probably would have been in a much better boat right now. If they'd started then, because no one was really doing streaming services at that point. So if they were one of the first ones onto it, might have done better.
I mean, yeah.
We don't need to worry about that. That's a theoretical world that didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think they had a Roku channel, so that's kind of technically that.
A what now? Roku?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a smart TV thing.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I know that they had. I don't even know if that's still around because I know I've seen that before. But I mean, yeah, you just look at all the Transformers series they have alone. You've got plenty of back episodes you could do that with. I mean, actually, you bring up a good point because there literally was a streaming service just for Stargate.
Really?
Just for the TV show.
Damn. Did it? I mean, is it still going?
Nope, it folded.
Okay, I was going to say, that can't exist now, right?
I mean, it lasted for like 5 or 6 years.
That's still not bad.
No, but it was literally everything. I think the movie was on there. I think it might not have been, but I think it was. So the movie SG-1 all the way through to I forget the last one that Robert Carlyle was in, but Universe? Yeah,
Galaxy.
Stargate Universe.
Yeah, no, Universe.
Yeah. So, yeah, they were all there. Yeah, and it lasted until just a few years ago, but yeah, it was around for a while.
Wow. Star Trek technically would have had more content if they did something like that.
Well,
not a lot more, but they'd still have more.
Yeah, but then you got to deal with Viacom and all that trash. So,
oh yeah, I mean, yeah, there's
thing.
a reason why Star Trek's in utter disarray these days, and it's partially to do with like that whole censorship, not censorship, that split,
right?
The copyright,
yeah,
absolutely nuked poor Star Trek. Bless it. Right. Yeah, so it's good that it's going to be available on YouTube, at the very least. That's good. I'd like the Blu-rays to be available so I could buy them again, because they're a pain in the ass to buy, if I wanted to.
Right.
They're not easy to get. They're not easy to get. And they are expensive.
Yeah, that's the worst part. There's some money there.
Yeah, unfortunately. Shall I take us on to the big bit of news that happened this week then, Mr. Yason?
Sure.
Yason. Okay, so we got our first looks at the new Nickelodeon show for Transformers. It's Earthspark. At least it's not called fucking Robots in Disguise again. We don't need a fourth one at this point.
No.
We have information that has dropped. We also got a super duper tiny, weeny, whiny little trailer for it, which we can have a little chat-a-dat about. But the updates were the artist, Nick Roche, has tweeted that he has worked on the art design for the show. So I don't know what that means by art design, whether that's... I would imagine probably just character design or character designs like that, rather than just, backgrounds and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Did he do all of it? I don't know if we've had that confirmed or not, but he has had a hand in it. We also had an update via the Animation Magazine website, that famous website called that. Never heard of. Never mind. We have a brief description of the show, including the amount of episodes. So, Transformers Earthspark from Nickelodeon and Hasbro Entertainment 1, in brackets E1. What? Is that like how you meant to say one with an E1? Whatever, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Launching globally in February 2022, this 26 action episode comedy series introduces a new generation of Transformers robots, the first Transformers to be born on Earth, together with the human family, who welcomes them in and cares for them. They'll redefine what it means to be a family. What do you think of the description?
Oh boy. I mean, okay, so I'm not gonna get too hung up in the action comedy because remember, they literally played basketball and football in G1. Well, I guess football. I guess basketball is more of a commercial thing, but
no, you're right. They did basketball.
Oh yeah, okay.
There was the one episode where Prime bounced off against the Dinobots.
Yeah, I mean, you literally had Spike in full football, pads playing against the Dinobots because you won't get trampled there.
You say that, but I still wouldn't. I mean, they're comedy elements, but I wouldn't encapsulate the description of G1 or Beast Wars or Beast Machines into a action comedy series. I'd say that about animated at a push. I'd go, probably animated might go into that. RID, the original RID, I wouldn't, because that's not, well, that was them
Fish
going
test,
crazy
Andy.
for the dubbing,
Fish
so maybe
test.
you should. Yeah. Maybe you would for that. Prime, no, Prime was not a comedy series.
No.
The next RID series, no, because it wasn't funny.
It had a moment.
No, it didn't. Its good moments were when it ended. That's its good moments.
Fair enough.
B, I think I wouldn't describe the Bumblebee series as a comedy series because it was trying to ape the whole like Steven Universe aesthetic. And we don't talk about the Netflix show, so
Yeah. Oh, there's no comedy in the Netflix show. That's just dour.
And yet
depressing.
they are a very funny series because of how bad they are, arguably. But yeah, you're right. To be fair, we shouldn't judge it on the idea that it is a comedy action series, because from a producer's mouth, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Or from like media perspective, what does that mean?
Right.
It might mean nothing. It might mean loads of jokes. It might mean a little bit of jokes. I don't know.
Yeah. Fair enough.
We also had the trailer. It's very short. It's like 30 seconds at best. There's not a lot in it. I guess what were your initial reactions to the trailer?
Well, I mean, the problem with the trailer is they don't show shit. I mean, it's cut so fast. You don't see anything.
Oh yeah.
The art, the TFW 2005 that we're looking at least has screen caps you can kind of catch some stuff with. I mean, even like when they have the screen cap with that new bot that popped up, that Nick Roche specifically mentioned that he, how he worked on the series, and I actually saw Mikey on Twitter,
one, right?
Huh?
The motorbike one,
yeah,
right?
motorbike, yes.
Yeah,
I actually saw Mikey mention that he's on Twitter. He said that when he saw that, he immediately thought of Roche, and now that I see it frozen in freeze frame, yes, it reminds me of Nick Roche. In the trailer, it looked like it was like, oh, transformed.
Yes. Yeah, because that was like 2 seconds, if that.
I don't even think it was
that part.
It was like 0.2 of a second. What are you talking about?
It was quick. It was transform cut.
Yeah. Although I will also say, and hey, use this for the basis of your thumbnail if you want this week. I saw the funniest thing I might have seen on Twitter all week was someone posted that picture of Optimus Prime at the end and said, "Hey Optimus, why the long face?" Because holy shit, is his face mask huge. Yeah. So I get I don't know, if you're not going to show much, at least do something that is just frantically edited stuff. Like, just show the outline of some characters. Let us speculate who the characters are. I'm fully aware of who Elita 1, Bumblebee, and Optimus Prime are. Like, no surprise there. I know they're in there. Give us something to actually chew on, not just boom, 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 boom. Look at the show. Woo! Like,
I mean, there certainly was a teaser trailer, that's for sure.
I mean, you can't argue that for sure. Yeah, but
yeah,
I don't know. Just cutting it together so quickly like that, it was just just like give us some outlines and some bots so we can all be like, ooh. Imagine if they like did something in an angle. We're like, wait, is Death Saurus in the new children's cartoon? But no, instead it's okay. Well, we get to find out the motorcycle bot, but everyone else is like pretty clearly exactly who you think they are.
Yeah. Well, there was the other. Did you see the other image as well? Like the first image on TFW where you've got the red robot as well. That's a new one.
Yeah,
into the little floaty thing.
Yeah, so obviously you've got the ones that are born on Earth like that, but
yeah. Okay, so from my perspective, there's a few things that, like, all the complaints I have might be fine when the show actually comes out and we get to see things in motion. From what we've seen so far and what we see from the still shots, I think the character design is pretty bad. And by that, I want to state that when I say that, I think these would look a lot better as 2D images.
Mm-hmm.
I think as 2D images, they would be fine. The issue is sometimes transferring 2D images to 3D. Sometimes things don't transfer over too well. Sometimes they do. And sometimes they're very well handled when you're moving them from 2D to 3D. I think this might be an example, especially with like Prime's really just weird face. That last like image 17.
Yeah.
It just looks weird. It looks so weird. Like you say, why the long face? I will say as well, I think the human characters look a little bit terrifying.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They're like the Transformers, but because, humans are human characters, you have that uncanny valley look to everyone.
Yeah.
Especially the kids. The police officer lady, she looks okay. She looks like I would probably describe... do you remember the Bratz dolls?
Yeah. Yep.
She looks like a Bratz doll, but obviously, not caked in makeup and looking like a weird goth chick. She just looks like a normal person if they existed in that weird universe.
I'm also going to say, I don't think she's a police officer. I think she works for like the wildlife.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, she's got a little tree on her badge.
Yep. And those like earth tone colors are totally what you see with like, fish and wildlife and stuff like that. Especially where I live in America, that's like their exact uniforms. So
God, do your forest rangers have energy guns as well?
I hear energy weapons are a really bad idea in the forest, but hey, who knows?
But they won't set fire to things. It's just energy, man. It's all good vibes and all that jazz. Yeah, so generally speaking, I'd say that my issue with the designs, I don't think is the fault of the people who've designed them. I think it's the fault of transferring them over to 3D. But again, it might be a thing that looks better when the show actually comes out.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. The humans look weird. All the humans look weird. The Transformers designs look weird. And it's currently... Maybe when the show actually comes out, it'll hook me with a really interesting story. But currently, from a visual aesthetic, it's another Transformers show that's not hitting me. But I'm clearly not the target audience anymore.
Well, I will say, because I see that Nicole, I think it's the Buick, who worked on Rescue Bots. Rescue Bots is always a fun show to watch with my kid. It kept, even though it was aimed at a much older or younger age group, like it still did a very good job at being entertaining. So I think the fact she's included with this is promising. Other than that, I see a lot of like Ninja Turtle people, of course, because it's going to be on Nickelodeon. And also I saw someone on Twitter, I don't even know if might have been Mikey, just say that the concern is that Nickelodeon likes to kill their shows. I mean,
yeah, that was Mikey.
Welcome to Cartoon Network for the last how many years of Transformers shows been on there. So, I mean, par for the course at this point.
Yeah, I suppose. I guess we'll have to see. we didn't see anything about the length of the episode, so hopefully they'll actually be like real episodes at the very least.
I mean,
like if that's the smallest good thing we can say about it, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that the episodes will be full 20-minute episodes.
Yeah, but honestly, it ended up working for Cyberverse. The episodes actually worked for Cyberverse, the shorter ones. Especially in season 3. Season 3 does some really cool stuff with those short episodes. So
they do some good stuff with the episodes, but they could fill them out more with if you give them a full episode. There could be a lot more to them and done with them.
Yeah, oh for sure. But like I said, they were able, the stuff they were able to pull off, especially at the beginning of season 3, very impressive given the shorter span. So hopefully they can still, hopefully they go longer. If they don't, hopefully they can emulate that at least.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
And did it say when it's coming out? Fall this year. So August, September, probably September. That's when the new shows start in America generally, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
What do you think about the weird insignia on Prime and the leaders' things? They don't have the Autobot insignia. They have that weird one.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's that about?
What?
There's an Autobot symbol in like on the bomb part of it, but then they've got this almost giant mouth surrounding it.
Or, okay, is that a tree? Or do they also work for for Fish and Wildlife?
Oh my god! The Transformer tree foresters. That would be.
I mean, think about it. It makes sense if the family's involved with like.
Does it make sense?
Then Prime's symbol when he's in truck mode should look like a tree. Who knows?
Yeah, you got me there.
I mean, I didn't know what it was when I first saw it either. It could be completely wrong because it's just that one still, and it's at a weird angle the way you're looking at it, so it could be off.
Oh, you mean on the potential forest ranger? No, I think you're right. I think she's a forest ranger.
No, I meant on Prime and Alita. It's not very clear on them, but yeah.
No.
Yeah, who knows?
It's weird. So fall, we're gonna find out then. So Jason, do you want to mention who our 4 guests are that have been announced for TFcon?
Yes. So TFcon Los Angeles in March. This will be happening March 11th through 15th, 2022. So we're less than a month away. We're about 2-3 weeks away. So far they're still having it. So hopefully everything will be good there. So the guests that have been announced include Joe Zaija, who was the voice of Bumblebee in War for Cybertron. We also have Eric Bauza, who was the voice of Drift in Robots in Disguise, the 2015 one that Andy doesn't think is funny. He's mostly correct. Also, he did a number of voices in the show. He also is the current voice of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. So Eric Bauza, I think, has been Bugs Bunny for like 10 or 15 years at this point. It's been a while, I think. So, all
right.
Yeah. We also, probably my favorite voice actor of any of the current Transformers stuff right now, Frank Tadaro, who is the voice of Starscream and Rat Trap in War for Cybertron. Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I've heard interviews with, and I've heard him do stuff for TFU.info, his show. He's been on there a few times. Okay. He seems like a really cool guy. And actually genuinely seems excited to be the voice of Starscream. So whenever I see stuff like that, cool. I enjoy it when people are actually really into what they're doing. And then finally we have Lindsey Rizzo, Razoo. It's a French name. I'm butchering it. I apologize. She, of course, is the voice of Alita 1 in the War for Cybertron series on Netflix as well. So yeah, four people announced. We've got 3 weeks left. So I'm assuming they'll probably have a couple more announcements, maybe 1 or 2 big ones. But the voice acting cast is getting filled out quite nicely with quite a few good people there. Yeah.
It seems like the convention is going to happen and they're going to have a lot of people there, which is good for the people that are able to go. You know, they're going to have a good time, hopefully.
I hope so.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. That's all of our news then for this week. So I guess I'll ask you, Jason, what you been doing this week? What you done for fun, son, if anything?
I don't have fun.
Oh my god, that's depressing.
It is. Fun is overrated. Who wants to have fun? Come on.
Me, I want to have fun.
Yeah.
He just wants to have fun.
I've heard girls just want to have fun.
He just a wanter.
Girls definitely just want to have fun.
No, Andy wants to have fun.
Yeah,
I don't care if the girls have fun. Andy wants to have fun.
Yeah, but you're a decayed zombie. Like,
that's true. That's right. So why am I not allowed fun? Are you being a livist?
Too much. Well, too much fun and you fall apart. I'm just trying to look out for you here. I don't know what to say. So
oh my god.
Recently, I'm trying to think of, as far as like Transformers stuff. All the only thing it's been
have to be Transformers. Yeah. It's just fun stuff.
Right, really. Well, I'd like to start with things that at least associate with the topic I'm discussing.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my god.
So judgy. I come in here to be judged. Jeez. Where was I?
Yeah, I mean, what did you expect?
Oh, that's true. Previous experience should have taught me exactly what was happening.
Yes.
So I have been, probably the thing I've been most hitting the hardest lately has just been model stuff. As you're aware, I actually just recently built my first Gundam.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it was I think the HG RX-78. I think it was the HG. Yeah. So the one.
Yeah, it'll be HG.
Yeah, the 1/140th scale kit. It was really, I just want to do it because I have been doing so much of the Flame Toys Transformers models that, obviously when it comes to making models and stuff, you really think of Gundam when it comes to the, the robot toy or robot model kit stuff. So I wanted to try one out. They were on sale at our local Hobby Lobby, so I went and grabbed one. And it's, it's different. I think the Flame Toys.
How do you feel it compares?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the Flame Toys ones, because they've done, they actually have, I think, they're up to like 12 different, maybe 10, 12 different molds. Obviously, they have different versions of each mold too, but they have some assortment. Gundams, there's how many hundreds of them, for Christ's sake. So,
there's loads. Yeah,
so I do think that as far as like the pieces on the sprues and stuff, the Gundams felt a little more not flimsy, just not as sturdy perhaps, but it doesn't affect putting them together. It's just because there's so many of them, I don't think they focus as much on, because when I open one of the Flames Toys Transformers ones to build, the spruce seems very firm and stuff. The Gundam one was a little weaker, but not in a bad way where I'm like they're not good quality. Obviously building them is very similar. I know a lot of Gundam ones have like the inner skeleton, which isn't something the Flame Toys ones really do. Those are just more like you build a leg connected to the hips and stuff like that. Whereas the Gundam, I know that they have inner skeletons at times that you just kind of build off of there. So, but the biggest thing I've been doing, especially with the Flames toy stuff, is I've really been working on like my panel lining and stuff. My first, I've done probably 4 of them now with like panel lining and stuff. And
what do you use to panel line? Do you use a little dripper, or do you use the Gundam marker?
So I've been using like the really fine tip marker. I do have a pour type coming in, I think tomorrow, because I do want to do the drip and just let it spread, because I think that ultimately will be a much more even look to it with the fine tip.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit easy to use as well, because even though they're fine tip markers, sometimes they don't go into the crevices. Sometimes they're too big for some of those crevices, which is super annoying.
Yeah, and they have a very annoying way of sometimes slipping out if you're like catch a corner. It might just keep going.
Yeah, Q-tips are your friend. You gotta always have a Q-tip to scrub away your mistakes.
Well, that, and I've actually found out that they specifically make erasers for them too that actually work really well.
They do. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the erasers are super nice. I'm glad I found out that those are a thing. So the most recent Flame Toy one I did was the Hot Rod that they came out with. I think it's the most recent one they've released. I know Windblade is like imminent. She was supposed to release in like December. Didn't come out then. She was supposed to release this month, so she still could. But I haven't gotten any notification that she's shipping for me yet or anything. But I do know that she's out in the wild though. So Hot Rod is pretty much the actually I think it's actually Rodimus, I'm sorry, because they're going off of the IDW labeling and everything. He seemed, there were times where he seemed awfully finicky when I was putting them together. But as soon as I got them all in one piece, I was like, oh, this is just too cool. So much so that when I took down my MMC Rodimus that I got a couple years ago, that also is based off the Roshan Milne design. And I'm just like, oh man. I mean, I know it's a transforming toy, so there's some give and take there, but it just doesn't. That Flames toy model kit is so cool and just looks so comic accurate that putting it beside the third party figure, I'm like, it's a good figure. It's fun to transform, but it just doesn't look as good anymore.
It's different, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
It's
100%.
differently.
I mean, granted, the flame toy stuff aren't going to transform, but they look so good. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So I've just been diving into that like crazy lately. I've also recently done the Starscream, which is my second time doing that mold. I originally did Thundercracker probably about a year ago. Unfortunately, Thundercracker does not come with a dog. What can you say? It's a shame.
I know Mikey said a lot about it. You'll never get that dog. You're going to have to supply your own dogs if you want it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I also recently did the Ultra Magnus, which I think is the third version of the IDW Prime. Yeah, because technically it's the fourth because they have a clear version of it, which I don't want to deal with clear plastic, but yeah. They have the clear version, they have the Optimus version, they have the Nemesis Prime version, and then they have the Ultra Magnus. I think the Ultra Magnus, though, is ultimately my favorite one because the coloring, the panel lining and stuff shows up really nice on that one. Like it really shows off the panels and everything. And second, that's one that if you wanted to do your own colors, I mean, you're 50% of the way there. It's mostly white and like an off-white grayish. You could primer it pretty easily and get to where you want it to go. It's also the one that made me want to pick up a Gundam because that design in the white just has a crazy Gundam feel to it. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to pick up a Gundam and see what that's like. So that's how I ended up with that. So next step is really to...
Do you think you'll get another Gundam, or are you just like, yeah, I'm okay?
I currently have 4 of them on order at BBTS.
Wow. So one, not even just 1, 4.
Yeah. I originally had like 8 in my cart, and I kind of toned it down.
God damn.
Let's see, which ones do I have?
You're going to have to send me a... Yeah, I was going to say, what ones are on there so I can judge you?
Oh, wait, I lied. I have 6 of them.
Well, okay. Let's judge your taste until I can tell you if you picked up garbage or not.
Well, one you told me about, the Death Scythe, Death Scythe Hell.
Oh, Death Scythe.
Yes.
Scythe, yeah.
Scythe, yes, sorry. So he looks...
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep. And then there's the Musha Gundam, although I can't really get him in the colors I want him in.
Oh, are these master grades that you're talking about, or high grades?
That one's master grade, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about the Death Scythe? Did you go for the high grade or the master grade for that? Okay, I haven't got that one, so I don't know if it's good. I remember my buddy Phil ages ago got the Musha Gundam.
Yeah.
He liked it. It's older,
right?
So I'm not sure how well it'll stand up, but it'll be fun, and it's very unique design at the very least.
Well,
so.
that's the other crazy thing because when I was talking to you about these, you're like, and some of them are older. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So I looked up some of them because there's all kinds of databases you can look at. Some of these came out in 2000. I'm like, oh
yeah,
oh geez.
I told you.
I don't know if I want
the ones you want to be careful with are the high grades. The high grades, like in the early 2000s, are pretty shoddy, especially compared to today's.
Okay.
Master grades are usually a lot better. They will still obviously not be as good as current master grades.
Right.
But the difference between a high grade and a master grade in the 2000s was staggering. I found, at least.
I have no doubt. But yeah, so a couple of the ones I actually had there were a couple I had on pre-order and I checked and they were like 20 years old. I'm like, okay, we're not getting those ones.
No.
Yeah. I got another one of the RX. I got the RX 78-2 just so I can have like a more up, because I actually do like that model design.
You basic bitch.
I know. Yeah, very much so.
So you got an RX-72 Master Grade. Did you get the version 2, or did you get the original one? Because there's a few versions,
no,
surprisingly, of the RX-78.
This is actually going to be the version 3, so it's the most updated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I can't remember how version 2 and version 3 are different, as long as you didn't get version 1.
No, not version 1.
That'd be old.
Yeah. Then I have the RX-79G on pre-order.
I can't recall that one. It's another RX.
I mean, yeah, it looks a lot like the other one. And then I have Crossbone, because I love the cape on Crossbone.
All right, you can stop sucking Mikey's cock for a moment, Jason. Jesus Christ.
No, when you have like the full cape on it and everything, and like it has like a 9-thing bow and arrow shooter. I mean, come on.
Yep.
That's just cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like
it comes with a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's a cape and everything. So yeah, so now I've got some Gundams coming in, so that'll be fun. And I also have on order, along with Windblade, I have the Leo Prime that Flame Toys announced like a month ago, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I'm all in. Like Flame Toys, if it's, I'm probably getting it if they announce it. I even looked at their Snake Eyes, because I mean, it's just an all black. It basically looks like one of the Transformers.
Yeah,
but I haven't picked him up yet, but he looks like he might be fun to do too.
When's he out?
I think he is out. Maybe not.
Oh, he's out now. Oh, okay.
He might not be. I'm not 100% sure, because I didn't like pre-order him or anything. But yeah, so I've got Leo Prime, I've got Windblade, and I didn't get the first run, but the second run they're doing on the Furai Devastator. I'm going to do that too. So
okay.
Yeah, the only one I won't have is Drift. I didn't do Drift.
Why no Drift?
I don't know. I might.
You'll break
if they do a second run of him like they did with Devastator. I'll probably pick him up, because at this point,
so you'll have all of them, but you won't get the last one. So you basically don't want the entire set. Is that what you tell me?
No, I'm saying if it comes, it's not for sale anymore. If I can get it, I'll get it. Okay.
Okay.
And
I bet you could find it if you wanted to.
Yeah, and behind me I have Bumblebee and Nemesis Prime G1 version to build yet. So.
Oh, so you got some projects to work on.
I do, yeah. Time. And eventually I'm going to move into like weathering, stuff like that, because I've been looking up some stuff on YouTube. God. Weathering looks easy, not easy, but it's not complicated. It's just a matter of, getting good at it. But, taking a sponge and just basically you're almost dry brushing with a sponge for like weathering. And also doing like dry brushing of silver and stuff. That looks like that's going to make stuff look really good too. So if you
want to do weathering, like a good idea, it was when you do some sponge, you sponge in you dark brown, and then you get a bit of silver, and then put it like in the center of the biggest splotches of brown.
Okay,
so it looks like you've got like the rust around, and then it's such a hard hit that there's just a little bit of metal poking through as well.
I like that. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's tricky to do it though. Like you say, it's easy to just splodge on the paint. It's hard to like splodge it on in like a natural manner to make it not look like you've overdone it,
right?
And it's weathering in the right places. It's difficult.
Yeah, because I've taken like the RX-78. I've taken like a gray marker and kind of like done edges and be like, okay, that looks good. And I go to do the other side and do the exact same thing. I'm like, oh, it looks like shit over there. So it's you definitely got to get used to doing it and making it not look purposeful, or you got to kind of really, I don't know, calibrate how you're doing it to make it look really good.
100%. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's about all I really got to discuss with you. So I know you've had a fun week of playing a new game and stuff. So
yeah. Total War Warhammer 3 finally came out. So I've put a few hours into that game at the moment. I've been playing it on stream as well. I've been playing it on both when I had some free time, and then just while I'm streaming, because why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? It's not a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination. At the current level of the game, Total War Warhammer 2 is better at the moment, but Total War Warhammer 2 has been out for a long time now.
Yeah.
So it's had all of its updates, it's had all of the patches, and it's fixing and whatnot. Total Warhammer 3 is brand new, so it's still got a lot of stability issues and issues here and there with units not doing what you want them to, and some other problems here and there. Kind of to be expected. Unfortunately, this is the era that we live in with triple A titles, right?
Yeah, jeez.
No one likes it, but unfortunately, it's not going to change. I don't ever think at this point now. So, like, if we there was a guy called Total Legend who plays, or Legend of Total War, who plays obviously a lot of Total War games, not just the Warhammer ones, but he stated that he would have ranked Total War Warhammer 2 when it came out probably about a 7 or an 8 out of 10, and it's probably like a 9 or a 10 out of 10 at the current stage. He reckoned Total War Warhammer 3, as it stands at the moment, is probably like an 8 out of 10. But obviously it'll get better as time goes on as well. Some troops and some things seem really broken, and some things seem really turned against you. Like Nurgle seems like a really, really hard to play faction because they are so slow. So very, very, very slow. I like them. I like their aesthetic. I kind of like what they do, but they do not do a lot of damage, and they get really, really hard countered by anything that has any kind of ranged weapons. Because if they have ranged weapons and you do not move fast, they will just shoot your boys down very, very quickly, and there's not much you can do. And so some of the campaign abilities for each of the legendary lords need some flushing out. I hear the Khorne faction, not only are they really good in combat, not only do they have really good like campaign mechanics, not only do they have a really good skill tree, but their legendary lord Scarbrand is ridiculously strong as well. So they've got like a lot of benefits. They have a few minuses, but for everything else, they've got huge bonuses. Slanesh, really good on a battle map. Their bonus abilities on the campaign map, not nearly as good. Nurgle seems to suffer in everything, I find. Tzeentch seems to have some really cool campaign abilities and is pretty strong, just overall. And I don't know about the Smelly Human factions because I haven't touched them, but I'm enjoying it. I look forward to playing more of it. It would be nice to play the co-op with some people, because that could be that the co-op seems like it's been flushed out and is quite interesting now. But yeah, as we'll go along, there'll be more and more updates, new armies come out, new fixes, new units. So yeah, I look forward to more updates for that in the future. I think I talked about finishing Psychonauts last week. I probably did. And it's just been more Super Robot Wars. And I did do some painting today. I finished off one of my... that's the other thing I got. I got the new Army Painter Speed Paints. Speed Paints being the Army Painter's version of Contrast Paints from GW. They're cheaper, which is already a boon. They're not exactly the same, but they're meant to be similar, which is the idea that you put this paint straight onto a figure, and it instantly gives you like shading, so the paint will kind of go into the deep recesses and be darker, and on the higher parts and the smoother parts it'll be lighter, so it'll try and give that transition of color. I managed to get one of my Thousand Suns guys done today, and I think he looks okay. He's still not the neatest boy out there, because I'm not a super neat painter, but he's I put up a photo on Twitter, which was a Thousand Suns dude I did in blue from like 2 or 3 years ago, compared to the one I finished today, and I think the one I did today is a little bit better, at least than that. So I'll take some minor pride in that, I suppose, as much as I can do. Then it's just been watching more Osama rankings. I'll save that to talk about with Mikey, and more Gunsword, which is still fun. I like that anime, and I think that's been about it, Mr. Jason.
I mean, the figure looks good. I'm seeing online here.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's okay. He's not bad. I enjoyed doing the base for him. That was quite fun. Trying to get it to look like he's standing on a sheet of ice, with like it being all snowy and whatnot.
I mean,
like that.
I think you nailed it. It amazes me because now that I've been trying to do some of the stuff myself, not with the figurines, but like the model kits, like I get how you're like, if you look at it, like I look at it far away, I'm like, oh man, it looks really good. And you kind of bring it close. You're like, okay, I could have done better here and here. Like I see I see what you post on Twitter today. I'm like, dude, that looks fucking amazing. But I can understand how you can look at it and be like, it's pretty good. It's not my best work, but
and man, you know what the worst thing you do? The worst thing you do is you follow people on on Twitter who've been painting for like 20 years or more or less, and they're just they're stupidly good.
Yeah,
that's the worst thing you can do, because then you look at yours and go, mine are shite, and you look at theirs and they go, fuck you. Paint's amazing. Fuck you.
Right.
It's the worst thing you can do, but I can't help it. That's just how it goes, you know.
I understand completely.
Yeah. I think that's it. We do have a new Patreon member, Andreas. Thank you for signing up to the Patreon. Hopefully you're enjoying the shows. You sent us a message. Because Mikey's not here, I think I'll save it. So I'll save the messages, and we'll round them up for when Mikey comes next time. Because who the fuck's Jason? What a stinker.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. Because I'm going to assume that you don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
No.
Okay, yeah, because Tenomon sent in a message as well. So we'll save the messages and whatnot for next week, when Mikey should be back. If he's not, remember to send abusive messages towards Mikey and ask him why he hates everybody. It's what I do every day. It's how we have a healthy friendship for all these years. Bully Mikey.
Yes.
Forever and ever.
Make sure that he knows how much you regret having to listen to my voice and not his.
Yeah, exactly. I suppose. I suppose this is where we should probably end the show, Mr. Jason, because we've covered the news, we've covered our stuff. Where can people find you on the internet if you want them to?
I thought we were having an uncapped podcast-a-thon.
Yeah, you do that when you have donations coming in.
Oh.
Like Iron Mouse.
So we were uncapped, we just have to finish, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Also, hey, big congrats to Mousy being number one most subbed person on Twitch. Happy to see a VTuber doing it. Happy to see a hardworking VTuber like Iron Mouse do it.
I'm sure that'll mean a lot to her as well. Iron Mouse, known as a massive fan and contributor to the Moonbase 2 Transformers podcast. Well advertised.
I'm just putting it out in the ether,
well,
okay? I'm being nice. You should try it sometime.
Well, being nice?
Yeah.
That's not my way. Mate, I'm British. That's not what we do. You hear Connor talking to Iron Mouse. You should know this, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, with your bland food, I don't blame you.
That's right. We take it out on everybody else.
Yeah, for sure.
British, innit? British, innit? Ooh.
So yeah, you can find me. I'm on Twitter for now. Who knows? Twitter's a dumpster fire sometimes. At Jason.
How will we talk if you're not on Twitter?
Discord.
You're never on Discord. I don't see you post on Discord ever.
I should see messages if you send them to me though.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll see how
you might be right. You might be right. All right, fine. I'll just unfollow anyone and talk to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I don't know if I'll be streaming at some point. I would like to. Oh yeah, I forgot. I played like the first half hour of Jurassic World Evolution 2 the other night.
How is that? Because I heard like some people say that it's more of Jurassic Evolution 1.5 more so than like anything unique. You know, they say it feels more like a DLC pack.
I mean,
than anything else.
I kind of get that, but at the same time, like there's already enough different stuff. You know, you don't have to refill feeders per se. You know,
that's good.
Herbivores will actually eat the stuff on the ground. Actually, I haven't put.
I remember being fucking pissed when I was playing that game because it's like you need to tell everybody to go and fill those feeders. Can I not just set it so they just do it automatically? Nope.
Yep.
Why not?
I'm pretty sure you had an asshole in your chat a few times telling you need to feed the animals before they start getting pissed.
To be fair, that asshole was handy because I did keep forgetting to feed the feeders.
That asshole also was very, very interested in watching the Ankylosaurus just destroy your fences because Ankylosauruses are assholes in that game.
Yeah, Jesus. Some of those missions fucking sucked as well.
Yeah. But like the entire voice cast in the first one's back, so even like the people gave out the contracts, like the security guy and the scientist, they're all there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I can see why people might say that, but there's enough different. For instance, you can actually to check on the dinosaur status, you actually build like a little station in the pen and you assign rangers to check it, but they do it automatically. So the thing you wanted with food, they do with checking on the animals. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's nice. You set it and forget it. You don't have to worry about it. And like you can actually build at the park without building an electric building. Don't know why I'm having trouble with that. You just build generators and you have to refuel them, which costs money, but you just click and refuel and you're fine. So yeah, there's enough different that I don't go for the whole that it's just a DLC. I think it's a little more than that. But yeah, for me, I'll be interested to play it out and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was something I did. That'd be nice to stream someday. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just very tired. Can't do it enough. I can barely make it to your stream some nights just because of everything going on. But I would like to take you up on the offer to do some multiplayer in Warhammer. It'll probably be when it goes on sale for the first time, but if I can pick it up,
oh wow,
definitely would like to learn a game like that. So we'll see. But yep.
Yeah, with the multiplayer, I could attempt to help you in my terrible way as well.
Yeah. And
we
then
could learn to do the micro together, which is hard.
Yeah, imagine this banter, only we're frustrated by a game at the same time. It will be great.
That's never happened before.
Nope.
We've never played Minecraft together. You've never set my house on fire that I made for you.
God, that was so funny.
You motherfucker.
I'm sorry, it was funny.
I remember Daddy got so angry as well.
Yep.
Well, there we go. Okay, well, if you want to find me, you can find me on Twitter as Decayed Andy, on YouTube as Decayed Andy, on Twitter, Twitch as Decayed Andy. Blah, 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 blah. You can find us on the Moonbase 2 forums, Twitter, iTunes, Facebook, Libsyn, Moonbase 2 Transformers podcast on YouTube. You can head over to patreon.com/Moonbase2 if you do $2 each month. Yep, each month, like Andreas. You can get the extended version of From the Files of Teletran 2. You also get it a week early, and you also get the Moonbase Woo Woo, where me and Mikey, or somebody else, we talk about non-transformery things in more detail, believe it or not. And you can also find us on the ccbunker.weebly.com. So, with that being said and diddly done, I think we are done for this week. Thank you very much, Jason, for coming on by and chatting with me and filling in for young Mr. Miguel.
Oh, yeah, no problem. It's always nice to, try to do this whole podcasting thing again and then realize, yeah, I'm good.
You good? Yeah, that's good. So, until next week, everybody, we will, I'll catch you next time, and Jason will see you in the void.
In the future. Also, it's very cold in the void. Send blankets.
You are now leaving